I design airplanes because I love creating great airplanes. I think it's the kind of passion that draws people together who feel the same way. Skip Stewart is definitely one of those people, and it's been really exciting to work with him on his new airplane.
Hey Mike, how's it going, brother?
Good, how you doing?
Good. Welcome to my home away from home.
What's your objective with the P3? What's it gonna do? What's the next step? What's it gonna do performance-wise that P2?
I think
P2 can't do.
That's a good question because we don't know. I haven't flown it yet, but with hopefully the model is going to give us some insight into that. It should be lighter since it's made out of carbon. It should be stronger. It should roll faster. We have 3D control surfaces on it. It has 45 degrees of deflection on the elevator and 60 degrees of deflection on the rudder. Huge ailerons. Like I said before, it's basically taking a model airplane design, what works well with a model airplane, and scaling it up to a full-size airplane.
You'd mentioned you practice with a model pits to kind of come up with ideas for this.
Well, I was a RC pilot since I was 9 years old, and way before I was an airshow pilot, and I didn't realize at the time that it was kind of airshow practice. You got to fly it close to you, and you want to do cool maneuvers to show off for your friends, and it's close to the ground and all that kind of stuff. And I didn't go to an airshow for the first time until I was 13 or 14 years old, and saw Leo Loudenslager fly. And two things happened. One is I didn't know that there was a real laser. I had a laser, and there was a real one. I was like, whoa, there's a real one? And then I see the guy fly it, and he's flying it like a model. And it was just, that's the light bulb for me. That was the moment in my life that I realized I was going to have to do something with myself because I had to afford an airplane all of a sudden. And I have to study in school because I need to learn how to fly an airplane. Anyway, so I had this idea, and I called Eddie Sauerman. I actually texted him at 2 in the morning. And I said, do you think that we can build a clean sheet of paper, all carbon fiber biplane for less than $250,000? And I want to say he texted me back immediately. I'm not sure that's a true statement or not, but his response was, hell yeah, we can. Yeah. So the next morning I called him and I said, here's my idea. I said, I want it to be all carbon. I want a monocoque carbon fuselage, and it has to look like it's made from carbon. So we talked about some designing elements, and within about an hour, I call it a napkin drawing, but it was really on a piece of paper, but it was done with a pencil. He drew out of his mind the initial concept for the shape of P3, which is not a lot different than the way it came out. And then I got excited. Then I found that inspiration and motivation that I was looking for at building this airplane. Model airplanes do have a feel. You can't really.
Well, they do. When you're a good pilot, I always describe it how an airplane feels. And obviously there's not a real feel.
No, but there's definitely a perception of how it feels.
There's a connection to the airplane.
Totally.
With models, aerobatic models, one of the things we do a lot in design of a good one is, and it's why it's one of the reasons when I design a model of anything, even my P3, it's not dead scale.
Exactly.
I make a lot of deviations. One of the big design points is getting rid of coupling with rudder. So rudder generates pure yaw.
Right.
No roll, no pitch. And
no
that's one of the things.
coupling.
It's harder to do with biplanes and monoplanes.
Absolutely.
And you usually can't get 100% pure, but you can move things around and make them better. But it's really important with a model to fly good aerobatics. We've got the new Ultra Micro P3 that you got a couple of them.
I can only hope that the full-scale P3 flies anything close to as well as this airplane flies. Obviously I'm a little partial to it, because it has Flaming S on it and it's my airplane. But I honestly think it's the best flying Ultra Micro that I've flown, and I've got a lot of them. The things that I find interesting about it is it'll fly smoothly and it'll do precise maneuvers if you want it to. And then you can crank up the throws and 3D with it. So I'm hopeful that the full scale is going to be the same way, because that would make it a good airplane for competition as well as a good airplane for air shows.
I think it has a great envelope, and that's what I was going for in creating the model version of it is something that can be very fast and fly great fast, and also very slow and be real comfortable with slow speed. The wing loading's low. It's got good wing area, but it's very, like I said, it's very clean. And that's the cool thing with, I think, where the model will translate more to the full scale than pits and whatnot. Because pits, a lot of the models, we don't put flying wires on them, so we don't have all that drag. You can't do that when you go full scale, so you're adding all the drag of flying wires. This is a fully cantilevered design. There's no flying wires on the real
Exactly.
one, so it's going to be as clean as the model. I can't wait till you get that thing going.
I can't wait either. Well, I've seen this one. What else you got?
Hangar 9 brand is I think, always been a leader for aerobatic airplanes and kind of leading edge stuff. We were really the first ones to introduce giant scale ARFs to the market back in early 2000. So I think doing a P3 in the Hangar 9 line, a giant scale P3, is just beautiful. A natural fit.
Yeah, dude, that's beautiful. The finish on it is really unbelievable. I mean, I'm pretty blown away by the detail. I mean, this is the way it's going to come.
Yeah.
Out of the box like this.
Come out of the box like that, other than having to assemble.
I mean, for an ARF, it's I mean, heck, for it looks like somebody custom built it themselves. It's the detail's incredible.
Yeah, a lot of the work will be done. The elevators and ailerons will be pre-hinged. Rudder isn't, just because it makes the box too big.
Right. Well, let's put it together.
Let's do it. We were talking about the difference in rudder hinging, which will probably change. This airplane, I found the model is very sensitive to rudder trim, can be, and so I sized the SFGs down just a little bit, but I also put a T-strip on the trailing edge of the rudder to help center the rudder aerodynamically.
Does it?
I think it does. I think it makes a little bit of a difference. You know, things like that, you know, as you well know, all these little aero things very few of them are like night and day. They're all little. They all
a little at a time.
Kind of move in the direction that you want.
Right.
Get the result you want, or not, and you take them off.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's been really exciting to work with Skip to create models of his new show plane. I can't wait to see lots of modelers flying these in the near future.